basically, you paid for a piano that never showed up.
Right.
Explain to me how Bank of America is on the hook for that.
A couple of reasons, right? Because I trust the Zelle as other, like same as I trust other credit card company. When there's like other people, you like somehow steal the credit card and use it, they also credit back. They credit back and then they do investigation. Bank of America is not doing investigation and do not provide credit back. So I think this is like a national powerful financial institution have a lot more resources and working with the law enforcement institution for decades. They have a lot more resources to catch the bad guy. If they don't do anything, the bad guy gonna keep scamming people.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Will you hand me my scream box? Now go.
So, Mr. Zhang, could you raise your right hand, please? You swear and affirm the information and testimony you provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, My Honor.
You can put your hand down. Ms. Chapman, when it's your turn, I'll swear you in, but I'll hear from him first. You're asking for a judgment in the amount of $2,220.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'll hear from you.
Oh, okay. My talking I will break it into two parts. The first part will be simpler. It is what I said in the settlement breakout room. So
I'm going to stop you then. I wasn't privy to and I shouldn't be, in the negotiations. I'm not a part of that. I don't know what was said. I don't want you to reference that in there. All I want to know is you're asking for a judgment. Why does Bank of America owe you that money?
All right. So, internet scammer scam me, right? So I end up paying the scammer that amount of money. And then when I try to, I do what I can do. When I try to get the refund from the Bank of America, like any other credit card company, like I have a couple credit card, and then whenever there's identity theft, or people misuse the credit card, they always refund to the consumer, and then their investigation. So they do a lot more than Bank of America can do, based on their Zelle. So I used Zelle, an app called Zelle. It's inside the Bank of America app on my cell phone. So I open the Bank of America app, I click the Zelle, and I do that payment. So here's the thing. I expect a full refund, and then they need Bank of America need to do better warning and to warn the consumer, because I explained to you why. Because the scammer has upgraded their skills. So the scammer set up two fake person. One is the nice lady. The other is a shipping company. The nice lady said they have a piano to donate to the church, to the Lacey Church, Lacey, Washington, here. And then a retired police officer working inside the church, a senior citizen, older than me. I think is in his late 50s or 60s, early 60s. So a retired police officer get hold of that nice lady. They email back and forth, and then they don't have the room for the piano. So the retired police officer somehow approached me saying, "Do you want that piano?" I myself, I'm younger. I could smell a scammer like miles away. I could, but I cannot. Like the senior citizen may not be able to. So he tell me. I asked him, "Have you talked to that lady, nice lady?" I asked him a few times because I smelled it already. But he said, "Oh, I already talked to that person. He's good. She's good. Not he. She. She's good." As the Bank of America representative said, the Zelle is only for friends. You only send money to the people.
Okay, so hang on just a second. So what happened? Just tell me what happened.
So the scammer said they want to donate a piano to the church, and then the church asked me, "Do I want to take the piano?" I said, "Yes, I need a piano for my son." So I said I could take the piano, so I pay for the shipping company the scammer set up, and then I wait for the shipment of piano, but the piano is not coming to me, so I got scammed.
So
But-
wait a minute. So again, let me see if I got this right. Someone offered to donate a piano, and then you offered to buy the piano from the person who was going to sell it to you.
No, not direct.
Prove where they donate. I'm not following.
Could you repeat, sir? Could you repeat like what you don't follow? I'm sorry.
How you were scammed?
So I agree. I like the piano. So they said the piano will be shipped from another state to Lacey, to me, and then I need to pay for the shipping, and the storage fee. So
Okay. And then who did you pay?
That person is in the Zelle. They give me the Zelle name in the Zelle for me to pay. It's called I think Iona Riches. I put a screenshot in the small claim court to the small claim court.
Right.
I think it's Iona or Iona Riches is a screenshot.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of screenshots.
Right.
So basically, you paid for a piano that never showed up.
Right.
So I guess explain to me how Bank of America is on the hook for that.
A couple of reasons, right? Because I trust the Zelle as same as I trust other credit card company. When there's like other people, you like somehow steal the credit card and use it, they also credit back. They credit back and then they do investigation. Bank of America is not doing investigation and do not provide credit back. So I think I was surprised when I find out that. I was like, really? This is like a national powerful financial institution have a lot more resources and working with the law enforcement institution for decades. They have a lot more resources to catch the bad guy. If they don't do anything, the bad guy gonna keep scamming people, including the senior citizen. I could smell scammer, but I'm working with a gentleman, a senior gentleman. He got scammed, and then he tell me he already verified the scammer, that nice lady that the scammer set up. They verify. So I trust a retired police officer, senior, working in the church. I trust him, but he trusts the scammer.
Let me hear from. I'll ask her. Explain to me how the Zelle system works.
Sure. So, Your Honor, Zelle is not a credit card. I explained, unfortunately, this often to individuals. So it is completely unlike a credit card. It is not a credit card. It is a cash system.
Is it? I hesitate to make a comparison, but it is something like Venmo.
Yes, that would be like the most similar
That's what.
comparison.
Go ahead.
And just as an introductory analogy, what I explain to people, it is literally a hand-to-hand cash transaction. So if you saw somebody stand on the side of the street and they said, I'm hungry, can you give me $5 for a burger? And you said, sure. You don't know this person. You walked by, you gave them $5 and walked away. But then later on, you found out that they actually weren't there and hungry and, it was a scam. And you wanted to walk back and get your $5 back and they're gone. You can't find them. You can't trace. It's just handing cash to someone. Or if you were holding $5 and the wind blew it out of your hand. I mean, it's cash transaction, not a credit card. Secondly, the Zelle system, when the first time someone wants to use it, you have to sign up for it. And there is a multi-stage sign-up process. And by that, I mean, it gives an explanation of the system. It says and I said, well, there is this screen that often all of us overlook where, there's lots of fine print and you have to scroll and say just okay. But before you get to that section, there are previous single screens that make the new user stop, and it explains the guidelines for this platform. And it says clearly, it is only to be used with people you know. It is meant to be used for transactions between family and friends. It's not meant for commerce. It's not meant to be used to send, to pay for money, to pay for something you met at a garage sale with somebody you just drove by and you've never been to their house before and they're hosting a garage sale, somebody you met online. It's meant to be used only with people that you know, friends and family, to send them cash. That's it. When we did receive Mr. Zhang's claim, we did do our due diligence regardless. He requested both Zelle transfers from a device that was previously used with several undisputed transactions. We sent a SMS text alert to confirm the second transfer of $700 was legitimate. If Your Honor will turn to exhibit number 2. Exhibit number 1 for Bank of America is just the plaintiff's bank statement showing the 2 Zelle transfers that he did. And those are on page 2 of exhibit 1.
I see him in front of me.
Okay. And then you get to exhibit 2. Now this is our kind of like our raw data. This is showing where we sent that confirming text to confirm that, do you want to do this transaction? And we got a response back confirming that the Zelle transfer was valid. That means that we said, hey, do you want to do this transaction? The phone number that was on file that had, said, yes, I'm confirming this is what I'm voluntarily choosing to do. I am choosing to send this money out. And then 3, our online service agreement, which is exhibit 3. If you go to
the one that everyone scrolls through to the end and pushes accept?
No, this is the printout of our online service agreement that's available. But this language is also what you get as part of the multiple pages that are flashed before new users before they sign up and they confirm that they are signing up for the service. And you'll see under the section for number 4, the Zelle network service, and then the red box, this service is intended to send money to friends, family, and others you trust. You should not use the service to send money to recipients with whom you are not familiar. That would be the category of engaging in using it to purchase items from people that you have no knowledge of, no trust of. You have not vetted them or have no means of vetting them, because the user, the customer, is in the best situation, the best suited to vet the people that they choose to do business with, the people that they choose to send money to. And if they feel that something is not right, then they themselves are the only ones who can restrain themselves from sending their money to an unknown entity or person. And again, they should not be sending it to businesses. It's not meant as a matter of commerce. It was created to be literally just to send cash to family and friends, people that you know.
So again, it's like the Cash App or Venmo is what you're telling me.
That would be the best analogy I could give you. And then a few pages down, it explains the liability. And it says, except as provided in section 8 below, you agree that you, nor we, nor Zelle are responsible for resolving any payment or other disputes that you have with another user with whom you send money or request money from using the service. The service is intended for sending money to family, friends, and others you trust. You should not use Zelle to send money to recipients with whom you are not familiar. Neither we nor Zelle offer purchase protection for authorized payments made through the service. For example, if you do not receive the goods or services that you paid for, or the goods or services that you received are damaged or otherwise not what you expected, we do not guarantee the identity of any users of Zelle or any other payment services, including recipients to whom you send payments or those sending money to you. So all of that is in big bold print when you first sign up. Nevertheless, we still sent a text alert asking, is this what you intend to do? Because again, we cannot police our customers. It's not our role. And as this is a cash transaction, it's not Bank of America, and any bank institution cannot serve as insurance for when customers voluntarily choose to engage with people whom they cannot or do not take the time to vet, and then have Bank of America or any other financial institution act as insurance for, errors in judgment in either choosing to trust an individual. The customer's own due diligence or lack of due diligence has resulted in a situation. The best policy is, if you're unsure, to not send money to an unknown, untrusted individual. Again, that's not the purpose of the app. It is a cash transaction. Once the cash is sent, it's gone. Bank of America cannot retrieve it. Bank of America has no responsibility to retrieve it, and we tell people that in advance. You sending it to people that you are not friends or family with or don't trust and haven't vetted is a misuse of the application. And it would be as if someone says, well, I'm going to use a motorcycle to go skydiving. That's not its intended purpose. And then someone says, well, I was injured, and they want to sue because they were injured and using it in that activity. That's not the purpose of the motorcycle. It's a misuse. And so I don't think that someone would be successful if they try to then retroactively sue the maker of the motorcycle when they've improperly used the device. This mechanism is for sending cash to people that are known to you. That's it.
So, Mr. Zhang, I'll give you the final word here. Go ahead.
As I said, right, the scammer has upgraded their craft. So they make the senior religious citizen to believe they know the scammer, because the scammer set up two roles, like the nice lady and the shipping company. So the senior citizen, like that retired police officer, will believe they knew that lady. I asked him like more than once. He said, I know him. I know that lady. So that's why I trust the retired police officer. And then I send it. That's how it works. And then here's the thing. The consequence of not doing anything. If Bank of America don't do anything, if the court system doesn't do anything, the scammer will continue to scam the religious senior citizen in the church. Because if you research online, this kind of scam has been existing for years. And the scammer will continue to do so. That's the consequence, my honor. You have to consider that. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So here's where I'm at with this, Ms. Chapman and Ms. Zhang. I guess I'll start. You kind of focused there when I threw it back to you, Mr. Zhang, and you spoke about the last word. You went straight to the scammer and how inappropriate they were and what they did, and I agree with you completely. It was you got taken advantage of. You were scammed. There's no question about that. And you say, well, if the courts doesn't do anything or Bank of America card doesn't do anything, they're going to keep doing it. And my response to that is they probably keep doing it anyway. Whether the Bank of America, if they knew Bank of America was paying everybody back, they'd probably be even doing it more. And I don't quite agree with the analogy that Ms. Chapman used in terms of the motorcycle and so forth. But as I hear from you, given I wasn't really familiar with Zelle. I am familiar with Venmo and the Cash App and how that works. That's just a method of transferring cash from one place to another. And then this sort of thing is an electronic transfer of cash from one place to another. And the analogy that I would use, let's say, for example, if you're going to say, I'll sell you this car for $10,000, but it's got to be cash. Oh, okay. I'm going to go down to my bank, withdraw $10,000 worth of cash, come and give it to the person then you give it to them and never receive the car. You wouldn't go back to the bank and say, hey, I need that $10,000 because someone scammed me into giving them when I thought I was going to get a car and I never got it. The person you should be going after is the person who scammed you out of the $10,000. And that's kind of what happened here. This is a cash transaction. You directed the Bank of America or your account to send cash. It was a cash transaction. And the bad people here are the people who scammed you in the first place. But and there's also, and I understand that people scroll through those disclosure. I mean, I do it. Everybody does it. But nonetheless, they are there. There is an indication on there that what this thing is for. And when you direct someone to transfer cash, you should you need to be careful about what you do. And there are scammers around there. We read about this all the time online that and we get texts. There's the toll text. People say, well, you didn't pay a toll, getting on there and well, that's a complete scam. There's all kinds of things going around. And unfortunately, which was a terrible situation. I feel bad for you that you got taken advantage of by the scammers on this whole piano thing. And they seem very manipulative and terrible to take advantage of you and your situation. But in terms of making the Bank of America pay for that, I just can't get there from here. Like I said at the beginning, I'm bound by the law, and I can't see of a legal way where I can, enter a judgment in your favor against the Bank of America because of the malfeasance of someone else. And the malfeasance is for the person who conducted the scam. And so I just can't, I'm sorry for you. I feel sympathy for your situation, but there's no legal way that I can make Bank of America pay you back for the money that you spent to some online scammers. That's just where I'm at. So I'll find in favor of the defense, and this case will be dismissed. And that'll be it for today.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
You have got to be kidding me. What is going on today? This is a joke. Today is a capital. An interpreter.
I need an interpreter when I cannot express myself somewhere.
Oh my God, sir, put that cigarette out. I don't give a crap that you are outside of this. What is wrong with everybody today? You know what, Miss Reed? We're going to start bringing people in first. We're going to learn how to act in a courtroom.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Ma'am? Ma'am? Can you hear it? Okay.
Come and go, no taste. Trust me, at the end of the day, I'm sitting up here, I'm the one that needs a drink.